Hello, my friends, and welcome to the first video question time. Question time is a time where you can ask me any question about English grammar, English expressions or idioms, or even American culture. If you have a question for question time, please leave your question in the comments or send me a message, and maybe I will make a future question time video with your question. First, let's look at a frequently asked question about English grammar. Students ask me, Joanna, what is the difference between the adjectives bored and boring? Bored and boring. When do we use bored and when do we use boring? First, let's look at this picture. Are the students bored or are the students boring? Let's learn the correct answer. The students are bored. The students are bored. Here, bored describes a feeling. Oh, the students are bored. Their feeling is bored. So if you describe a feeling, you use ed for the adjective, bored. However, the math teacher is boring. The math teacher is boring. We use adjectives with ing to describe the reason for a feeling. So the students are bored because the math teacher is boring. The math teacher is causing these feelings in the students. So the students are bored. The students feel bored. Why? Because the math teacher is boring. Boring. So again, bored is used to describe a feeling, and boring is used to describe the reason for that feeling. So the math teacher is the reason the students feel bored. I also want to share, my friends, that bored and boring look like verbs, but they do not tell us about time. They are telling us different adjectives. So the verbs here are and is in the present tense. So bored and boring are not in the past or with the present participle. It just means it's a different form of the adjective. Let's look at some more examples. I am confused because English is confusing. I am confused because English is confusing. Here, confused describes a feeling I have. I'm confused. I'm confused. And confusing describes the reason for of my feeling. The reason is English. I am confused because English is confusing. Let's look at one more example. She is interested in history. Especially Egyptian history is very interesting to her. She is interested in history. Especially Egyptian history is very interesting to her. So here, interested describes her feeling. I am interested. You can also pronounce this interested. Interested and interested are two pronunciations that you can use. So, interested or interested describe the feeling. And interesting or interesting describes the reason for the feeling. Egyptian history makes her feel interested. So, interested, interesting. This happens a few times in English. Frustrated and frustrating. Annoyed, annoying. And even scary and scared follow this structure. So, my friends, let me know if you have any questions about bored and boring. And let me know if you have any English or American culture questions from this week. Maybe you heard something at the grocery store, or maybe you read a note from your friend and you have questions. Well, my friends, let me know. I am happy to help. And remember, practice, 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 and never give up. Bye.